Hey everyone, Mike Tarkington here, the founder of Digital Citizen. Just wanted to have a really informal introduction to the website. If you're visiting this page, you're probably a friend or someone I've networked with who I believe can impact the project and help it grow. And I wanted to just give a really quick walkthrough of the site. This is just a blog. It's not going to be the actual final product by any means, but it is to sort of keep track of the things that I come up with over time, to display people's feedback, to share related content, and hopefully down the line in this feature development section, really add a lot of content to these different sections, including wireframes and prototypes that users can click through. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So what we're looking at right now is the home page. And so there's a sticky post here that kind of explains some of the things I just talked about, but also illustrates that, or rather just mentions that the main focus of the site early on is going to be on the open source legislation feature, which I'll quickly point to in a moment before we're done this video. And by the way, this video is the beginning of a series of videos I'll be making where I look at how people can get involved in politics online, as well as just sort of a video journal of my experiences working on this project and making a startup organization. So users will find that interesting for different reasons, maybe not at all, but hopefully it draws in some traffic and some hype around the project. Anyway, as we scroll further down the homepage here, we're just looking at posts. So this is basically the blogging area where you're going to see a few updates from me as the project develops. This Why DigiCity section, if we click directly on that heading, is going to give us some of a long paper that I wrote that basically outlines the entire project. And so I've used bits and pieces of this large document across this blog site in order to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing and things like that. So the Why DigiCity section, first off, looks at the problems that we're facing with participation in the U.S., issue awareness, and then talks about the trends that point to a future of a lot more effective online deliberation. So that's really all this page is. Not much to look at. Sorry for scrolling through the text as though that's going to be legible. But then the related content section that's also under this area is going to basically just share some of the things that inspired me to do this project to begin with. So there will be some videos, some articles. I have to continue adding to this. There's a lot of things I've already seen that I'd like to add to it. And as I go in through more and more development of the project, I'm finding more and more interesting stuff that I'd like to share with everybody, that really explains why this project is so important. The feature development section, if we click directly on feature development, this is going to be sort of like a central area that explains a lot of the different features in a bullet point form so that it's kind of summarized. And I'm going to be changing these to links as I go in and add more of the different pages for each different type of feature. And these general features sort of apply broadly to the site as a whole, whereas these more specific ones are just looking at little identifiable sections. Some of them are really big sections and can be independent websites of their own. So this is by no means a small project, and I know that it's a lot to take in all at once, but I really feel like the combination of these features is a big part of what makes Digital Citizen special and different from the current online environment that we have to work with. Anyway, I'll save that discussion for another video. So as I mentioned, there's the open source legislation feature. If we go ahead and click on that feature, you'll get a bit of the document that explains my mission and the reason behind this site, this feature of the site, as well as a lot of the functionality, the intended functionality. Here I attached a really early brainstorm type of prototype image that I made with PowerPoint, but lately I've been learning to use a much more powerful prototyping tool that will allow users to actually click through and see the details of the prototype and kind of understand how it should work. It won't look pretty, or at least not as pretty at the start, but down the line, once I get some good partners to develop and program behind all of that stuff, we should have a really polished product that offers a tool no one's really ever seen before. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please visit the website digicity.org. Follow us by clicking here. Follow on Facebook, on Twitter, and keep track of us because we're going to be trying to grow exponentially over the next few months. And this is a project that's probably going to take many years to really envision to its fullest. But I'm not going to let that intimidate me, and neither should you. So I hope you join up and support the cause. Thanks.